Sketchbook Tour. So I finished this first ever sketchpad that I bought. It's a semi-art sketchpad and this is the first ever that I really got to finish until the end. So let's dive directly into the sketchbook tour. Welcome to the first ever sketchbook tour in this channel. So on the first page or on the cover, I just added some stickers. This one or these capybara stickers are from the pencil case that I bought. This is the pencil case that I bought. It's quite big so I can carry it whenever or wherever I'd like to paint on location. So these are the freebie stickers. This one is from a flea market. These are leftover stickers from the sheet that I have. I don't know where I got it. I think it was from a friend. And also, these stickers are from our La Union trip. I just added here in front. At the back, I don't have any stickers, just right in front. So let's get started on the first page. So on the front page, I just added a phrase that resonates with me at the time before I started this sketchbook. So it says more creating, less consuming, because at the time that I started this sketchbook, both of my Instagram accounts and my main Facebook account got disabled for some reason. But anyway, let's not get into that. I devoted my time on more creating and less consuming, and that's when I also got started with YouTube again. I started this sketchbook on September of 2025 and then I finished this sketchbook on November 28, 2025, so about 2 months. So on the very first page is a painting of a chili garlic noodles. This is from our friend. He gave it to us and he had some platings of the cucumber and the noodles. So I just painted it on the first page. Actually, I was planning to leave the first page blank, but I forgot. So here's the first page. Let's move on to the next page. On the left side, we have some cocktail drinks. This is from our Friday night. This is the day or the night after I painted this. So I also painted some of these chips of what we had, the drinks that we had during that night. And then on the next day after our morning run, we went to Frankie's and we ordered our usual with the Spam mac and cheese. Also, this is a Choco Pao from Chowking. I think this is a different day. In here, I tried without outline. On the very first pages, I'm still trying to find my way. I'm still trying to find my style on how I paint food scenes and getting back with watercolor. So it's a bit like practice for me on the first pages. On the next one, we have a cheese fondue on the left side. So this is a takeout order and I painted that. We had this as a midnight snack and then I just painted it. It looks so visually pleasing. On the next page, this is a painting I did on location. This is the first ever painting I did in a coffee shop. I also have a separate video on this, so I just linked them in the description. I just painted the matcha that I ordered and also the ulap coffee. Let's move on to the next page. This one is a painting from Inosha Ramen. So this is a mango shake and some gyoza with our utensils. I don't know if these are correct, but this is just from the logo of the Inosha Ramen. On the right side, this is actually a drawing based from a movie or a limited series that I watch on Netflix. It's called Wayward. It's a very complicated series, but it's really good. It touches a lot of social issues. So I just added here, freedom is a choice and no matter what you choose, it's right for you. It doesn't have to make sense for everybody, so it's all about choices and freedom. So I just chose to have something drawn on my sketchpad related to that. On the next page, we have this from the flea market. This is the Pabilipo flea market. I had matcha there, so I also painted that. And then I also had a kind cookie from there. This is from the paper bag. I just added some colors using watercolor. And this one, I got a caricature from the flea market. And on this side, I drew this myself. Since I don't know what to put here, I just draw a caricature of my boyfriend. Now, let's move on the next one. I think this is my favorite page. One of my favorite pages. This is Caramello from the movie called Caramello. Back then, I used to paint some dog portraits. So, of course, I had to paint also Caramello on my sketchpad. So, at the end of the movie, there's some illustrations. So, this is one of the illustration of the shark. The Caramello as a shark. So, it's just so good. And this one is from the song of Louis Tomlinson called Lemonade. It's a single. And this is from the music video. There's a sunflower on top of the car, but I just made it big. And the page kinda not that good. It's not my most favorite page, but it's really good just to have something to remember moments by, to remember songs I listened to on that specific time period, I guess. And the movie that I watched, it's a trip down memory lane. The next one is a painting of our food from Pancake House. On the left, I had some mac and cheese, and they have garlic bread and some lemonade. On the right side is from Angkan Coffee. So of course, I had to get my matcha, and this one, I don't know what coffee he got. This is right after our morning run, and then it suddenly rained, so we went to the coffee shop. I did not do this on location because I don't have, of course, my sketchbook when we run, so I just drew this at home. Moving on, this page or this spread is all from Mud Marks. I did this one on location except the coloring part. This one I did there, a smoothie, and we had some USDA signature steak and country style barbecue. These are so good. And then we also had some ice cream for dessert. This is a chocolate on chocolate, and we have half-baked Madagascar. Up to this page, I'm still finding what works best for me and what's my preference. So if you notice, there's a lot of differences on the style of how I paint and how I draw, how I outline, and how I compose a page. The next one on the left side, this is from Mod Coffee. This is right after we had badminton, so I sketched on location and then painted at home. And this one is from our food from the seminar that I went to at Fairmont. We had 3 or 4 course meal, I think. This is a burrata salad. This is an herbal crusted barramundi tapinad. I don't know how to pronounce even. Anyway, I also like this page. The first time that I also added some doodles around and some cursive writing of the menu and the logo of Fairmont. On the next one, this is nothing special. These are just some practice for some basic type of strokes. And also I got a new set of Micron PN pens, and that's why I also kind of swatch it in here. And on the right side, I was trying to practice some textures. So these are some wood textures, some stone textures, some steel, and a practice of a tree, and also a combination of all of these three. So I got some reference from Pinterest. On the next page, this was during my birthday. Start with the right one. We joined the club called Sips and Strides during my birthday. It's basically you run and then you drink. You stop to some bars, 5 bar stops in 5 kilometers. So we went to the Social, we went to Pereya, we went to Booze and Brews, we went to Bugsy's, we went to Lucky All's and Joel's Place. So it's actually reversed. We started here and ended at the Social. And then also one of my friend gave me a cake. So it's a chocolate cake. This is one. And my boyfriend gave me a Lamy. It's a fountain pen, and this is the first ever pen that I have from Lamy. This is not my best drawing. I hated how I made the cake. It's more delicious than it looks, but anyway, it is what it is. Moving on to the next page. Okay, so this was upside down. I think this is the most beautiful spread in my sketchpad, in my opinion, and also my favorite one. This was the day after my birthday. We went to Lady Luck to have some, I think that was dinner. So we had a lot of food. Everything was so good, and it was upside down because when we switched places at the table, I didn't realize that my sketch pad is upside down. I just drew right away. Anyway, I just let it be. This is my favorite. I really love the composition. I love the color. I love the sketch. I love everything about this page. Now let's turn it over and move on to the next one, which is a painting from Jacob. These are some donuts that we ordered for midnight snack. So I just drew them here. This one are actually good, but these 4, not that much. I like this one anyway. And also this one. And the next is a painting I did on location. This is when we had a photo shoot at Still Studio. I draw these while we were waiting for our prints, and I just added some colors at home. And on that same day, we went to Pasay and stopped at Mendocoro Ramen. So this was my order, shoyu, and his order, super chaso, and of course some gyoza. And then right after that, we went to IKEA to shop some home appliances, to check some cabinets. And right after we had time at IKEA, we went to eat. I just had this ice cream, and he had some rice and chicken and also curly fries. Starting at this page of the sketchpad, I am really getting to know and finding my preference in painting specifically food scenes, because if you flip through, most of the pages here are the food that I ate in some of the restaurants that we went to. So on the next one is a burger from Shake Shack and some fries and a vanilla ice cream or chocolate ice cream and some coffee and lemonade. So if you notice, these are the same style as the previous one. This one is the same. I think this is what I love to paint already. The next one is a table scene from Kiwami. It's a Menchi Katsu set. This is an Unagi Tamago. I wasn't able to include his order, so it's somewhere in here. Anyway, I really love this page. It's so vibrant. It's so delicious to look at. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite page on this sketchbook. Let's move on to the next one. This is a table scene from Tetsuo. So this is what we ate. This is a beef egg bowl and a fried chicken. This was after our run, I guess. And on the next page, I have some doodles from the day we went to Alabang. So this is how it went during our visit in Alabang. First, we went to Dunkin' Donut. These are my sunglasses. Then we went to Festival Mall, to Molito, to ATC. We had some lunch at Chingolo Deli. And we ended our day at SM South Mall. We also had some Kiwami ice cream. And on the next page is our food from Chingolo Deli. We had some steak and some pasta. Actually, I draw this on location and just painted it right after. This is a napkin from the restaurant that I got. Pasted the name of our order from the receipt. So on the other side, we have the Soban K-Town Grill. This is the dessert that we ordered. Actually, it's really good. I like how I placed and how I painted the ice cream in here. I also like the style of this background showing the name of the place. Let's move on to the next one. This one is from Morgan and from Scott's. Okay, so first on the left side is a painting from Scott's. This is when we went to Pampanga. So we had our breakfast, so I just draw our orders as they come. I also have a separate video on this, so make sure to check that out. So these are some matcha English breakfasts, I think. So burger and fries, some chowder, and some silog. And on the right is our coffee order from Morgan. I also added some stuff from the board games that we played at the coffee shop. So Jenga, some Happy Salmon, and also Codename. The next page is from Kisaki Restaurant. It's a Japanese restaurant and we had some food in there. It was really good as well. I did not include everything in here, but the page turned out really good. Okay, so moving on to the next page. This is a painting I did on location when we went to LU. I also have a separate video on that. This is what we ordered at Clean Beach, and then I just added the view in front. The food is really good here and the view, and we had a really nice time at the beach. Next is a table scene from Kabsat, also in La Union. My favorite in here is the kare kare, and we had some cocktail. It's a flat lay table scene, and also I like how the shrimps turned out in here. I don't know if you can see. That's it from Kabsat. And then the next one is from Lagula Cafe. It's also in LU. So this is the cafe that we went to the day after. I had some coffee and they had some refreshments. And on to the next one. Actually, this is the last page. So this is our last day also in La Union. We had some Coco Mama. It's really good as well. And it's a nice way to end the sketchbook to match what is right in front. And if you can see, there's a lot of progress from the first page to the last page. It's really a proud moment for me to have found something that I like to draw and some subject that I like to paint. And most of the things that inspired me to paint in this sketchpad is to keep a memory of the place that I've been to, the experiences that I had, the food that I ate. And looking back at the sketchbook, it really brings me back to that moment, to that place, and still remember vividly what happened on that specific moment. So on the last page, it has no pocket for some stuff. I just added it here. It's an envelope and I just pasted it here. So let's check what's in here. So this is a painting that I did at Vermont. So this is our breakfast. I just used some Tombow brush pen. It's really off. The colors are off. The proportions are off, but it's a memory that I kept. And this one is from Still Studio from the photo shoot. We also had some photo booth in there, and also this is from LU. I think this is where the sticker was kept, and this is a sticker. I might add it on the next sketchbook. And that's it for this sketchbook tour. I'll include some final flip through at the end. Actually, I already started a new sketchbook and I'm almost halfway done with it. It's a mini sketchbook. So for this sketchbook, actually, I did not really like it. I like the size, however, I don't like the spiral thing, and I also don't like the texture. It's too rough for me. So I opted for a finer texture on the next sketchpad. These are already due for archiving. So that's it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and make sure to leave a comment on your favorite page of the sketchbook, and see you on the next artsy adventure.